Hey there, this right here is Jeff. Jeff always tries to score resets, but it ends up looking like this. However, Jeff still tells all his friends that he can flip reset. Don't be like Jeff. Instead, watch this video to learn how to actually score resets. If you are struggling to even get a reset, then watch my other video on how to get resets. There are many ways to score flip resets, but I will be showing you the most common and easiest ways. I will be teaching you the top 3 ways to score a reset. We will go from beginner to advanced. Most beginners panic after getting the reset and just flip immediately like a damn fish out of water. First, we gonna cover the easiest way, the instant flip reset. This flip reset involves immediately scoring the ball after getting the reset. The instant reset is usually used at the end of an air dribble just before entering the net. This gives the ball a sudden pop to get over defenders. This is usually done with either a scoop motion or a throwing motion. I will be teaching you the scoop motion first. Getting a good scoop all depends on the position of your card just before the reset. For a scoop reset, you want your card to be facing towards the net just before the reset. This allows the ball to fly towards the net instead of away from the net. To get a scoop reset is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is simply front flip immediately after getting the reset. This is the exact same front flip you would do on the ground, but instead you are doing it in the air. The way the ball moves after the front flip all depends on your position on the ball when doing the flip. Here are some tips to note when trying this type of reset. The closer your car is to the underside of the ball, the higher the ball will usually scoop, but with less speed. The more your car is behind the ball, the faster the ball will go forward, but with less height. You want to find a sweet spot where you are not too far under the ball and not too far behind the ball, something like this. Practice getting into that position consistently. Once you are able to consistently get into that position and immediately front flip, you are now able to scoop reset. Let's move on to the next way to instant flip reset, the throwing motion. This is very similar to a scoop reset, but instead you are going to flip diagonally instead of front flipping. This allows the ball to suddenly change direction as well as speed. This is usually more effective than scoop resets as it can completely outplay opponents and is very unpredictable. For this reset, it is better to approach the net at an angle. This allows you to drastically change the position of the ball. The same principles apply to this shot. You want to get into a similar position as the scoop reset, but instead you want to front flip diagonally after getting the reset. This is a diagonal front flip done on the ground. Practice doing the scoop reset and the throwing reset over and over until you can do it at least 1 out of 10 tries. Once you can, you are now ready to move on to the next way to score a reset, the delayed reset shot.
This reset shot involves delaying the shot after getting the reset. In order to do this, you want to get a hard reset where the ball bounces off your car. This creates some space between your car and the ball, allowing you to move your car before taking the shot. For this, it is better to get your reset faster into the ball. Try and get the reset before the ball falls too low. My previous tutorial explains how to get this type of reset in detail. This type of shot is very good for outplaying opponents as it allows you to wait for a defender to try and block before you shoot. It also allows for many more options after the reset as you will have more time to choose where you want to shoot. If you can score this reset, then it will be pretty easy to do the next one, the reset carry. For this, you want the exact same setup as the delayed shot, but this time, instead of shooting the ball after the delay, we are going to carry it and then take the shot. This will be the most difficult out of the 3 ways I am giving. This way of scoring a reset is probably one of the best way to get past defenders using a reset. It allows you to do so many things. You can carry it all the way into the net past the defender. You can also carry it and then shoot it to get a sudden change in speed to catch defenders off guard. This also gives the defenders way more options to cover. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Keep practicing every day and don't get discouraged when you struggle. Hope this tutorial was useful to someone out there. Thanks so much for watching.